All right, how we doing, everybody? How's everybody feeling? Let's just check on the stream, see how we're doing. And boom, dude. Life is good, guys. Life is good. Let's take a look at what's going down. Let me turn off the Telegram. I am live, so don't want that to ruin the Telegram. I can just turn off the notifications, but okay, guys. Oof. 1 second. Just wait for people to jump into the chat. Get their notifications. I'm gonna leave you guys with Fiat Leak for 1 second. Okay. Little bitty booming up. I'm gonna take all those USDT pairs right up with it. Doc gonna boom. Everything about to turn on this 4 hour. We got a lot to talk about, guys. Just give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I have to be dead honest with you guys. My stomach's not feeling too good. Just give me 1 second. Also been getting like a bit of a sneeze attack. Woo. All right. Hold on 1 second. Let me turn that mic down. I'm about to sneeze. All right, guys. As you can see, the money is flowing from all over the world. I have never seen that much Korean won. Like, they're battling with the U.S. You guys usually see U.S. The euro. I think people see a crash coming. I think people are running into Bitcoin more than they've ever been. Good afternoon. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody feeling? Just jumping into the movement. 10621 on the World Wide Web. Looking at all the different exchanges. That's a combined average of what's going on today. Bitcoin, baby. On the way back. On the mend. I did say, if you watch my streams, what did I say? What did I say, everybody? I said on the daily, we have crosses coming on Bitcoin. Look, I said it. Look, see this? So even though everyone was bearish, I kept saying, but it looks like Monday, Sunday night, things should be rolling over for us, right? I don't know if you remember me saying that, but I did say it. I'm not saying I'm nailing perfectly days, but you know, you could just tell if you've used this indicator many, many times. On the daily, I could see it was like this on Friday. I said, you know what? By Sunday night, Monday, the tides will turn. And when this turns, oh my gosh, guys, look. We're going to have a bit of a nice week here coming up. So we went through a weird week. Last week was tough. No one knew what was going to happen. We're still waiting for that confirmation. We need to see the daily close today above 10,500. But we can start fresh with Bitcoin. We can see the old work that we've been looking at. This is the old work. We have a big triangle that we're working in. 4-hour chart looks so good on so many coins. Yeah, they look amazing. I mean, this is what you wait for. And this is why you chart the way we do, is because you know when there's pain and you know when there's gains. Had you not listened to our system, and again, if anyone's new here, I have a 5 checklist system. Yeah, we got to look at the dominance. I have a 5 checklist system that consists of a contingency plan that each thing must be fulfilled or I won't go into a trade. Now, you could do what you would like to do, or you could watch me and take my system. It's completely up to you. Some people would laugh at my system, okay? Other people are leverage traders and they like to use support and resistance, and I'm sure my system will evolve over time, as most people will evolve with knowledge and progression. Let me just look at the OB stream here. Yeah, really important that we see the RSI, but I wanted to zoom this in. I wanted to make sure it was a little bigger. I think I accomplished that. I did take the chat out, but here it is. It's right next to here, Bitcoin dominance. Shout out to everyone in the chat, Muser, Twin Greeny, Jesse B, Joseph Malaya. Okay, so what do we see happening for Bitcoin, and what do we need to happen for Bitcoin? Well, as we all said, we've been tracking Bitcoin on the daily over and over again. On the 4 hour, I was like, we're stretched. We're going to have a move. And I couldn't believe that was the move, right? We waited this whole time, and I was like, wow, once this crosses, I said, you know, Bitcoin's going to dump. And it went sideways. It went sideways. I'm in another trading group, and I have a mentor trader, taught me a lot. And that's a Crypto Revolution if you want to check him out. He basically taught me everything I know. If you want to check out that trading room, it's a pretty great place. Meet a lot of different people. And he was saying today, you know, there's a huge buy wall on Coinbase Pro. And it's at 10,400. Like a whale has just like stacked millions and millions of dollars there. He basically said, you know, it's not happening. It looks impossible for Bitcoin to go down at this point. And that's what this was right here. That was that buy wall. And I think at this point, the whole world, I mean, if we look at Fiat Weekly, I mean, that's telling us something, right? I watch Fiat Weekly a lot. All the time, US is still the dominant. You can see it, right? It's still the dominant. Way more big buys are giant Bs, little buys are little Bs. So the actual size of the B actually tells you the amount of money too. That's why you got little Bs, but the big Bs are here on the USD. That's pretty cool, right? But I see big Bs coming in places I didn't see before, and I see pumping coming from places. But you can see the pumping has slowed down already, right? Just from a second ago when we watched this was ripping. So you can even use any type of information as long as your subconscious is willing to take it in and then, you know, do some type of transfer of measurement of the frequency of the information and the outcome of the information. I don't know if that's too deep for you guys, but so what I'm saying, I'm taking a simple thing is even watching Fiat Weekly slow down is giving you an indication that the move, some of the money is slowing down. And look, 10.6 now, right? Even though we seem to be pumping, we have a pullback. So you could see the pullback on Fiat Weekly as well as on the chart. And that was something I just figured out right now with you guys together. It's pretty interesting though. Okay, so we're looking at Bitcoin on the 4 hour. Now on the 4 hour, we already had that cross. It was a pretty fast cross. Very hard to catch almost. Like you would have had to been like pink, oop, boom. And still, like, it would have been hard to be confident in that cross because in that move, you would have said, oh, that's just going to be the little dip here. And then it's like one of these, you know, and then it's going to do another one or, you know, something like this. Or it wasn't like who here would fully trust what Bitcoin was doing. So if we even just took away some of this, it's a bit of a strange pattern, but you can see it creating a new trend. You know, and that this is basically a tradable pattern of a higher low. Like, so we have a low. This is our first higher low right here of this first green candle. We begin to have more higher lows on the 4 hour. Continuing, this is our highest low we've had at this level, if you can say, all the way since September 4th. So it's been about a week. What is it? Today is the 14th. So for 10 days, we haven't been at this level, right? We wicked up here yesterday. Yesterday we kind of did the same thing. So fake out, double bottom area too. But again, here now we have one green. How many more greens? Usually 4, 5, 6, 7. But the thing is, this daily is telling us that Bitcoin is about to rip. And see what I'm doing here is making a bigger range. I'll trash my old work. I'm gonna turn this into basically a bigger range. So this is what Bitcoin's doing now. And you can clearly see it's forming a giant rising wedge, which will have a 68% chance of a break to the downside. And this is kind of my prediction, and we can come to it. But so here, right, 12,000 breaks out. Now this will be the line in the sand, right here. Right, we'll either bust through this old resistance here, 12,285 area, or we're gonna come back down, play this game, and there's even a chance we fall out. And why I think there's a chance that we fall out and then retest 10,100 one more time before we go up, maybe somewhere in, it could be in like late October, early November, is because on the weekly we have a MACD cross. You see that? Okay, that's gotta worry you guys, because look at the last time we had a cross right there on the weekly. We went down pretty bad, and obviously we had a cross right there too. So really 1, 2, which was the big run up after that June, right? And then we had a little one here, and that was that horrible fall when we boomed all the way up to 10. Remember that day we just skyrocketed to 10,000 from 7,000? It was like the 4th biggest move for Bitcoin's life. And then it came back down and gave all those gains away. And we had March Madness, so to speak, I guess is the best way to call it. And we've been crawling back ever since. And now we're not oversold on the RSI, so we could go sideways like we did that little dip move, which is good, but it's just something to look at. We zoom in on it. They haven't touched yet. And that's a long move for the weekly. And because it's such a strong, even one of these could be an upswing on the daily and the 12-hour. But just something to think about. Just something for you guys to think about. That but again, still a pattern we would trade almost any day of the week, right? But it is a bull flag because it came up into it. You just couldn't trade tether for too long. So if you can just take that, right? That gives us a long-term target, 20,879 Bitcoin. So even look, if it does what I say on a larger scale, it comes back down, or does something, even just hits this level here, or it goes up higher and comes back down. But if it breaks out of the rising wedge, that's parabolic, right? And that could begin, if it breaks out of this rising wedge, which Bitcoin has done a lot, honestly, it has. On the weekly though, not so much, right? Here's another one. See, when they just like a falling wedge, but it's the opposite. All right, let's check out what's happening with the total market cap, Bitcoin dominance. If you need to find that, you go here, Bitcoin dominance, right? No, this is Bitcoin US dollar. Still doing strong though. No, this is strange. I used to just search it all the time. Where it is. Yeah, I'm going to look at a bunch of coins. We're going to get into it. But his Bitcoin dominance fell off a cliff so far. All right, but it's in this falling wedge channel. And we've been watching it. Now, if it bounces off this channel, which it looks like it's going to, and it's oversold on the weekly, which is very strong, right? I mean, that's the strongest indicator we have is the weekly, right? Very strong. So, tells you altcoins may take a beating. Look at the 3-day. So that's something to pay attention to, because when this rips, altcoins take a hit, because that means a lot of people are selling their altcoins to get into Bitcoin. All eyes on Bitcoin. We may trade Bitcoin a little more. So that's just something to look at, guys. On the 4-hour, halfway through its run up. So that means it's about to kind of have a little bit of a pullback, right? Like we know, or you never know. I mean, we have seen double hills. See these hills here. So could just be the beginning of a move up. This would be resistance here at 61, but it was at like 58 last night, and it's still moving. So that's going to hurt the altcoins, make them tough to trade. If this rips back up to the top of the trend line and breaks out, which we all know is, a probable bullish pattern. Even we have this wedge inside of the larger weekly wedge. So Bitcoin dominance still falling, right? So we have one good thing: the trend is your friend until it's not. It's in a downtrend, but it is hitting this level here. Could it keep going? Is it going to align with this line? It's possible. It's possible, right? We could have a bit of a double channel. We'll see what happens. So a line in the sand kind of is right here too, because if it keeps going up, that's formed a double bottom there. 1, 2. Definitely something to look at on the weekly, though. It's telling us that it's going to rip soon. So we have Bitcoin dominance wanting to rip, and then we have Bitcoin looking like the run may have a little bit of the run may be over here on the weekly. On the weekly. But we also look at XBT on the weekly, just to give it because I'm looking at the tether pair, which hasn't been around as much. Let's look at band. Let's get into these alts. Let's see what's popping for the alts. Well, we'll look at band, and then we'll go into this list, and we'll talk about what's happening, what I see, and if there's opportunity. Always opportunity, but you just got to be watchful, right? Mindful. 863 band on the weekly. Who knows? Too young. Too young, bandy. On the 4-hour, looking great. In the pink. Holding support. And a bit of the... See, now it's just in this strange channel. A lot of these coins are in these elongated channels. It was like, wow. Didn't do much with the crosses, but didn't have the drop just because of Bitcoin holding up. But all eyes on Bitcoin again. Dominance moving up. So when dominance moves up, you're going to see more select coins going up, right? It's going to be, instead of 80% or 70% of the coins going up, like 30%. And it's going to be more selective as to which coins go up. And it's going to be a little tougher to trade them. But band looks nice right here. I mean, it's in a bit of a bull flag-esque thing. I mean, small pole. But yes. Watch for it to break above the trend line. 947. Try to buy the breakout. It's never been my thing. You could try it. Put an alert there and try to get 29%. Up to $12.21. You'll see you'll have resistance here at that last price point. Some people will be selling because the bots will be selling. So people like me will put a line here and then they'll sell. So people will sell at around 11.18, but it shouldn't be too much. It could be pretty minor. Looks like we will get the move here. Blue line curving up. No, you didn't miss much, man. You're good. We went over Bitcoin dominance though, and we can go. We'll go over that again one more time before we leave. So, but it does paint a somewhat of a scary picture, right, guys? But whatever. All right, band. So band curving up, moving up on the RSI. I don't see any divergence too much. No, things are all right. That was just the Bitcoin falling down. Now it's getting held up. Again, though, all eyes on Bitcoin. But right now on the 4-hour, this is what we would trade. It's at the bottom of the trend line. Has a blue line curving up. The RSI looks good. We're all right. Let's see where we are in the Fibonacci's. These are just other levels of support and resistance. But sometimes just too many lines also, they get in my way as well, guys. See this double top. And how you look at a double top, just so you guys know, is you go to the peaks and you bring it to the bottom of the M, something like this. And then you bring it to where the M is, and that's usually the, see the bottom of the M and this M, and that's usually the target. So we didn't hit it all the way. That tells me there must be a fib. There's a fib there. There's a fib there. So we'll see. We'll see that confluence. Yeah, the 618. I mean, of course, right? So now we are in the golden pocket. We're in the 618 to the 0.5 Fibonacci level, which is an amazing place to accumulate if you were looking at something regular that didn't depend on what Bitcoin was doing. Right, that's why this is probably the riskiest market. So you just got to think, but you would be wanting to trade the USDT pair. If you trade the BTC pair, there's a chance you're taking a hit because if it doesn't go up as much as Bitcoin goes up, then it's going to lose to Bitcoin, right? So that's just something you want to think about. But yeah, bottom of the trend line, and we have gains, 29% gains. Definitely a coin you want to take a stab at. $8.64, But again, I honestly, man, I'm usually more aggressive of a trader. I've never been more timid with watching Bitcoin because now it could get rejected at any moment and just start to go back down. And we've seen it go back fast. I don't think that's going to occur. We did see the huge buy orders there at 10,400. There's a reason why we're pushing up. I just want to see it close above 10,500. We're looking at band. Oh, let me see it. So you guys can't see the coin. Let me see if I move this over. There you go. Now that's band for USDT Tether. All right, now I'm just going to look at my list and see what's popping right now. So ontology is beginning to just move up. I mean, look at that V-shaped recovery. Tank and just boom. With the cross and the MACD there, look for it to break above this level because you can see that's obviously previous resistance. And look, it got wicked down exactly like it did before. So, yeah, you're welcome. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. So now what I'm thinking is, you know what? If it breaks above this level, then we're looking at here, a little bit of resistance here, and then it's off to the races, right? So this is something you want to watch right here, and it has a cross that just began, looking pretty juicy. Also, it could be we could be getting sucked in though. You know what? So much has happened in the last week to frazzle, so I'm kind of on like a little more patient, and I want to make sure my next trade is amazing. And like it makes perfect sense. I mean, this was an amazing trade though. If you look at it on the 4-hour, 72 cents, right up to 86. So people are going to be taking profits, right? Look at that candle, boom. On the 1 hour, it's flagging, which is a great sign, and it's breaking out of the flag. So a lot of this volume just came in back into the market. CHZ flagging as well. Looking good on the 4 hour, I'm sure, if we go back to it, because all these coins are in a similar spot. This is overbought on the 1 hour. Look for it to have a little bit of a pullback, but it's should channel in here for the RSI to go back down, and then that should be the move. CHC, but wow, we missed this. There was a pump. What? It's 9:55. So yeah, there's a pump on this candle. 4 a.m., something like that, 6 a.m. Boom, everything broke out. Will they stay out, or will they come right back in? Are these fake outs? That's the question, right? That's the question. Are these fake outs? YFI boomed up, coming back down. Looks like it's getting held by that trend line though, and it's good. This is going to look like it's making one of these bull flags. Something like this. Come back to the trend line, go back up, boom, and then that thing's gonna fly, right? I can see Wi-Fi easily. Just draw the same pennant and track it easily. 33% gains out of Wi-Fi on the 4 hour, looking nice. Last time we had a cross on the 4 hour was right around here, and that began a run up like you read about. So I will watch this SMACD. I wouldn't make an entry now, but the entry would be if it came back down to the bottom of the trend line, or as long as it keeps playing inside of this triangle, just keep watching this in the 4 hour. And somewhere in here, as it starts to get tight, make an entry. Put a conservative stop loss somewhere outside of the triangle, right around in this area here, and boom. But we'll watch it again. But that's a trade, I guess, but that's a trade I would definitely take, and I'm looking at. It's getting juicy. Everyone's getting in on Wi-Fi. I have never made a trade in it yet, so it makes me want to find out, get down. I want to take a trade on that. Key, finally having its cross, sitting there. How real are these crosses? That's my issue. What is the climate? But this is clearly bottoming in a bullish bottoming pattern. Key has made one day. Key was up like it went 001 to 009. I mean, 900%. Yeah, I posted a couple handle in your Telegram group. Why, if it's a trade I might take if there is a setup. Yeah, it looks like a cup and handle. What was the cup and handle on the was it this right here that you were looking at, maybe on the 1 hour? Yeah, it looks like and the double bottom, but it looks like it played out. But now we do see the little bit of is this what you were looking? I think this must be the cup you're talking about. Right? Here's your handle. Bullish pattern, everybody. Boom. So basically is a wedge coming out of a rounded bottom. Was YFII. Funny. The newer one. The young buck in the game. Well, look how similar it looks though. It's like we're looking at the same exact thing. Isn't that funny? Like we could have just been looking at the same thing. We'll go back and forth. It's the same thing. That's hilarious. Only difference is, this is a lot smaller of a coin, so more gains. My worry is everyone saw what the other one did. It's getting tight in this channel. About to break out of this little triangle here. %22 gains even out of that one little move here. We're up at the top. Will we come back down to the bottom of that trend line? You know, on the 4 hour, let me see what we're doing. So we're playing a little bit of patsy here on this line. I don't like to buy up here at the top of the trend line only because my stop loss has to be somewhere in here, and there's obviously a great chance that it plays back into the triangle. So I like to buy here where my stop loss is below the trend line. See, then we're up here and you're still covered. You're like, word. That's why bottom of the trend line buys are my thing on the 4 hour. So it doesn't have what I'm looking for as a trade, but I'm guaranteed, you know, I'm not saying that it's not going to hold that line. I'm not going to say it's not going to hold that line. And that's another thing. I'm still on the sidelines, which is strange for me. I have not been on the sidelines, honestly, for months. I've been in a trade of some type for months. First time I've decided to take a break. But look at this, man. On the 1 hour, we are extremely overbought. Look at the last time we got overbought here. Bitcoin went from 10.5 all the way back to 10.2. So it's happened. But we are making now. See, what we need to see is this. See, this is basically how you trade, guys. It's like a building. You need small stones, and then you build a bigger stone, you know, something big out of little stones. So you look at smaller time frames, and then we build from there. So this is the 1 hour, and in the 1 hour now we've broken this resistance at 10,551. So we need to hold that resistance. I think we're going up, honestly, but you can see, okay, what's the next place that we need to break resistance at? It's 10,798. See how we're doing this? You just keep going back to earlier price action. That's what algorithms and other traders are doing. So as long as you're constantly, but you have to be disciplined, and you have to actually believe in what you're doing, and you have to do it consistently over and over again. See, a lot of people learn charting, but then they half do it, and they do it sometimes, or they do it here and there, and then they blame it and say it doesn't work. And if you constantly are doing the same thing over and over again, you're going to see patterns, and then you're going to learn to play patterns, and you're going to be able to trust the patterns because you've seen them so many times. So to get good at trading really is to always be into the charts a lot. You know, not, you know, take a walk, be with your family, make sure you balance your life, but there's a good amount of time you should be spending in the charts just learning, soaking up knowledge. There's always time to look at, like, any moment you open a chart, there's something to learn, something to see, something to understand, something to dive into. Now, wow, I'd like to go to the 15-minute now and see what's going on. We are just parabolic. Look at that. That looks like an altcoin, right? If we were looking at some type of altcoin, that is just, wow. With the volume. Boom. What goes up must come down. That's one of the most, look at, when has Bitcoin done something like that? Look. These are upswings, but they're not nearly as high as that. There's one pretty kind of high one with a nice little bang down. Where are we on that pattern? We're breaking out now. So all we need to do is close above 10,560 on the daily. And guys, I'll be happy as pie. We close above this Bart Simpson head, you know, fine. So now you would look like, where will we short? Where's the next rejection? If you were like, I need to short this now, right? That's how you are. I'm not that dude right now. Some people are. They want to scalp this short. They know there's going to be a small pullback of some type. This area here, there seems to be price action rejection. At that line, I put in another little bit here at 10,007. Wow, we're going to 10,700 though. This is a serious pump. You can see it. It has the volume. It's falling off a little bit now though. You can see we have a little bit of a volume dip from here to here. Tells me that either this has to spike up or the move is kind of done, right? That's why I want to look for the trade of the day. Almost want to, like, today is almost the day to like look for the beat down coin, the lost coin. Like first pink line on IOST. Interesting, right? Bart Simpson pattern here on the RSI. It had the Bart Simpson pattern, but it just was skewed. It was hidden. See it? It was like elongated, but now it's more is that rising wedge that fell off. Now it's in a falling wedge. Check. I like IOST. A lot of big news. You can see that it's holding this new support area that it has found. Rejection. Kind of rejection, right? Let's find where it was rejected first. Like right here. It wicked. So 10, 6, 7, 7. But we have our first pink line and a curve on the 4 hour. And we are in a falling wedge. A horribly steep falling wedge. Seems to be peaking out. I'm just not so confident in all of these playing out due to Bitcoin. And due to dominance. So I'm being very selective. And I'm not as like confident as I am to be like, yeah, let's get into this. Let's get into that. Let's do this. Let's do that. Because I'm a little weary of what Bitcoin's doing. Ocean back into a pattern here. We had this first pattern, large double bottom at play, another somewhat of a double bottom here at play. Need to break above this pattern. Again, I want to see a lot of these things here. It has the MACD cross coming, but I want to see a lot of these things break this resistance area here and begin to move up. The moving averages still aren't 100% bullish as well. Something to think about. So that's another reason why I'm just, it's trade of the day. This is falling in a wedge. Bottom of the trend line now. Somewhat of a double bottom. Sand. Has a cross coming. It's booming up. But again, has to break this trend. Is it just going to come here and bounce back down? You're going to get faked out. Then you're going to play inside the pattern. The buy here was at the bottom of the trend line. On that first pink bar. In my opinion, if I didn't do it, then it's not done. That's why IOST is looking good to me now when I think about it. If I am going to make a play, IOST is looking good. But yeah, that's basically the trading idea is, block out all the noise. Remember what you know. Look at ADA. Has a cross here on the 4 hour. But honestly, ADA, well, this is the leverage token too, ADA up, which is just like ADA USDT at 9.9 cents. You'll just make more money if you use the leverage token, but you have a higher risk. You can get stopped out easier. In this bit of a rising wedge now, though, which has a 68% chance of break to the downside. So these aren't the most bullish patterns. It is, or you could call it an ascending triangle, though. That two top touch, which is a bullish pattern, and it is moving out of the bottom with higher highs. At the bottom of the trend line, we do see this 21-day moving average kind of curving, but we'll see. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Bitcoin can only go. Yeah, there it goes. See, so it almost hit old resistance. You can see it hit this line. They decided to take the top of these candles. You see it? Whoever the algorithms were, they went to the top of this candle right here. You can see it. It aligns perfectly with this wick. You guys see exactly what I'm talking about, right? This candle stopped right here. That's where the wick. Uncanny. 10,006. Let's see if we range. And now we have to stay above this region here. 10,000. Yeah. So all odds on Bitcoin. Yeah, a few coins are going to pop on you behind your back. There's going to be some news going. But all odds on Bitcoin right now. This just got rejected with Bitcoin. Rejected with Bitcoin, right? Rejected with Bitcoin. But now it's on the bottom, top of a new trend line. You see that? Interesting. Cody's definitely a coin to look at. Looking good on the 4 hour. Everything looks good for the system. Ready to rock. Look at that. key is so bottomed out too. All of these were low on the RSI. So YFI has just, this is YFI. This thing, it's looking pretty good right now. This may defy Bitcoin just because it has the more money that gets locked into it, then no one's selling the coin because they're farming and they're making so much money farming. The risk is worth worried if this goes down to 21,000, they'll probably still be up money. So they're just like, you know what? Who cares? This is more bullish than the last. This was bullish when it was in a falling wedge because you knew it was going to break out eventually. But this is now even more bullish. Only reason I like this now is because to me it's more decoupling from Bitcoin. Yeah, definitely. I'll post a trade of the day in Telegram for sure. If we find it. If we find it with full confidence. ICX sleeper coin too. Definitely put that on your radar. I like me some ICX. Gonna run South Korea, and they already have a working product. Extremely smart company. ICX is unreal. Icon. So Theta, T Fuel, Theta Fuel. On these elongated bull flags here. Breaking out. About to have a cross. This looks pretty good. Again though, it's like if Bitcoin starts flipping and flandering, we'll see. It's like they all had their little pump up with Bitcoin. They made their move. ENG. It's looking like it's. Just need Bitcoin to stabilize, sit in the same spot for a little bit. Once Bitcoin stabilizes, then we can decide. You know what? This, all these crosses are basically here. But look, we can see in the 4 hour. I mean, we have a cross here. We have a cross here. It looks like almost any coin you buy right now, you're gonna make money on. A cross right here on Sol. I like Sol a lot. This is what I've been looking at. Double bottom. Sol is basically, if I was going to trade anything, Sol is looking like my trade of the day. Because I've been tracking it now for a few days. Bottom of the trend line, the pink, see, that's why we should be buying in the pink. Already would be up 10% on Sol. That's why we buy in the pink at the bottom of the trend line. Okay? Over and over again, that's what I'm trying to teach. Basically, that's the system, is to front run the idea that this blue line will curve and cross, because it's a lagging indicator. You make the money, then it curves and crosses. So anyone who's telling you buy the cross, look, it crosses right up here, but the move is already 70% done. So you need to be buying in the front run to action, right around here, that pink bar where this line is just about to curve. That's where you need to be buying, and that's what I teach. But it takes time to get really good at, but you will get good at it over time. And eventually it becomes an amazing way to trade, because you can always be using the bottom of the trend line here. See, and you can put a stop loss here. You can use maybe other parts of previous, here's some previous resistance. I'll park my stop loss right below it, right around here. And then you set a buy order here, and you catch it, and you ride that 10%. In Kai, we were looking at Kai. The BTC pair too, or would you like the USDT pair? Now Kai looks very similar. So it fell out of this falling wedge. First, let's look at support and resistance. Now let's draw a Fibonacci retracement, see where we're at. But you can tell we're like at the 0.5 just by looking at it. Well, we went even further. So down to the 706, hit the basically close to the 0.5 area here. Almost hit it. You could say maybe they brought these down. Makes a little sense, yeah. Hit the 0.5 Fibonacci level, came back down through the 618 back to the 706. Now we're sitting in this area of accumulation. Very interesting. Could also look like, did they take this bottom? Take the bottom. The bottom makes more sense. Bouncing off the 618. It's a great place to accumulate. You can even see we had like a mini, kind of a head and shoulders, not really. On the 4 hour, this looks great, honestly. But again, if Bitcoin turns on us, it's going to turn all these trades the other way. It's just very interesting. Like nothing that is like a guarantee today, just due to how I'm feeling about Bitcoin. And usually I am more aggressive. Not like me to be this conservative, so it tells me, you know what? I just want to treat every dollar like my last. The next trade we make as a group, or that I put out to the Telegram group, I want it to be perfect, or as perfect as possible. You know, we are bouncing off this trend line. As you can see, we broke out. We're coming down to it. We did make a move up. It's a great place to accumulate for long term. Like if you want to long term hold this project, it's a good place to accumulate because we're on the 618 after a big retrace. It's textbook accumulation for an institution. So this is a place where you really would like to get in. Honestly, it's a good entry on the 4 hour with a curl up here. All eyes on Bitcoin though, but you know, textbook. This is textbook trading right now, looking really nice. And then we can even draw another small falling wedge here that you can see it clearly broke out of so far. So good. We can zoom into that if you'd like. Give you kind of a real good look at. That's what I do too. It's all about timing and pictures. And then we close that candle and now we open a new one. We actually even have the moving average, the 200-day moving average here. We have the 21 curling up. We have the 50. Look for the 50, the 80, and the 100. There's the 100. So we want these to come back down, and we want the 50 and the 80 to come back up. Have these two cross. Be very, very bullish for Kai. We'll also see the RSI breaking out of a falling wedge, which is bullish. Right? So you have confirmation that the RSI is in a great place curving up. You have the blue line curving, you're getting to the end of the pink. That is half the move usually, or 30% of the move. Like if you saw this move here, it began in the pink with this first bar, and then the green took over with this big bar. So the move was in the pink and the green. I keep teaching this, but it's in the pink and the dark green. Other people I see use histograms that don't have these colors. They're just like dark. But you can see when, then I would say then it's the next, you would do it by measurement. It'll be the next second to longest histogram after, like, you know, you see the longest one in the middle, and then it'll be the second to longest one. You would have to just do it, but it's a lot easier to see this when you can just see when the color changes, right, than by the measurement of the actual move. Yeah, so the only thing for Kai is now you can see we are at resistance here because this was where another candle closed, and we didn't even get up there yet, but we'd like to see that. Let's look at it on the 1 hour if we're flagging. We are flagging on the 1 hour. So that's good for you. It means you're going sideways with consolidation is what a flag really means. You're booming up. You'd like to see this break above this flag. So you want to make sure price action can get above 238841. And then you have little bits of resistance, but your next big place here will be 2742, right? So that's not a bad gain for Kai. If it breaks out, it follows that MACD pattern. 14% gains. It's pretty good. I mean, if you're holding long term, so I think this is a really good place to accumulate. So that's my idea for Kai. Let's look at Lend. See what's going on with Lend. Oh, Lend, I love you, man. You made so many people so much money, Lend. Oh, lend. All right. Let's just do a brand new chart for lend. Look at it on the daily. Get some support and resistance lines. And a nice new channel. Okay. Gonna pull a Fibonacci retracement on it as well. I'm thinking this is that local bottom. That looks about right. And then we even have a bit of a pattern form, a couple patterns going on. You can see we have the upside down Bart Simpson a little bit. So look, it was in this, fell out of that. Let's call this the three pyramids. So here's the first pyramid, fell out. Here's the second, you know, the triangle came out. Now it basically has a bull flag. And it's bouncing off the 382. So now let's get into like the little big picture of just this. Okay, so we have a bull flag for lend, which is great. I mean, that means it's consolidating on a trend line, willing to break out and keep closing candles on the 4 hour, which is very strong. Has a curve coming in, it's in the pink. We have a double bottom on the RSI. Bullish. Okay, guys. You see it? Bottom, bottom. Boom. Boom. I mean, that's, so our checklist. Is it in a bullish pattern at the top? Yes, it is. Is it the bottom of the trend line? No, it's at the top. We'd like it to be at the bottom so our stop loss can be a lot more protected. So that's one thing that's missing in the checklist right now. Would have liked to have bought down here at 6.5, not at 6.9. But again, this move just happened with Bitcoin. So it's interesting that it's also at its moment here. But dude, what I do see, which I don't like, shoulder, head, shoulder, right? That is a head and shoulders. Bearish pattern if it plays out. Doesn't always play out. 68% chance, so it doesn't mean it's going to happen. But that would be we basically come back somewhere into this region if that were to play out. So just something that I just saw there. It is a head and shoulders. But if that doesn't play out and it defies that and it's just a fake out, breakout, and we want to break out again, it just, you know, lend looks nice if Bitcoin wasn't in somewhat of a place, right? Nice. Basically, this morning was the pop, but it was hard to tell that Bitcoin was going to do that. It was, because the 4 hour told you that it was going to roll over, but it defied all odds and just did a tiny little movement in the 4 hour. Lifer, I freaking love your TA, man. Thank you. You're welcome, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, so if it were to break out, though, target 89, lend making big moves. 30% gains coming out of lend. You know, so it's also in a bigger pattern than that. You guys see that? Is this guy here. We kind of elongate this. So it broke out of this big triangle. It could be retesting. And the retest could be part of this little head and shoulders as well. Just an idea to think about. Let's check it on the 1 hour to see what it's doing. So on the 1 hour, it did a double bottom inside of the channel, which is very bullish, right? Which means that we could see at least a temporary move. How do you take the target of the double bottom? Is you draw the W to like a bottom of a leg, and then that would be to the middle of the W and move it up. That would have confluence to this area here, or was just similarly rejected. So for some reason, Len was getting rejected here at 72, 77. So that's another reason. So we need to see it break 77. We need to see it get above this trend line here at 70. I found a good one for you. It's called Sprint. Only 1,200 coins minted today. Looks like the next YFI to me. CoinGecko, is it on CoinGecko yet? Probably not, right? I mean, that's good if it's not on CoinGecko in a way. You guys see Yemen? You ever see this one? Yemen? Yemen Finance? It's a bunch of these weird ones. Print on Etherscan. Let me just check it out. See the contract address. Print. Printer Finance. ERC20. Yeah. Total supply 1,166 coins. Only 190 people hold this coin, fully diluted. But what do they want for it? Contract address. So I'm going to show you guys. You're going to copy the contract address. Going to go to Uniswap. Right. Hit launch app. I'm going to hit select token. You're going to paste the address in here. See, you're going to hit add. I'm not suggesting anybody buy this because I don't even know if it's a scam. No offense, Nate. We just don't know yet. Like, it could just, it may be nothing, right? You connect the wallet. Connected the wallet before. If it should just connect automatically. Max Ether. I don't have much in there. Buy some print. I could get a half a print. So Ether, it's expensive, this thing, right? It's looking like it's 1.76 Ether per Ether, right? So you have to just divide that and you find out the price of print. Ether's got to be what, like 3? Maybe it pumped with Bitcoin, or maybe it didn't. That's an interesting thing too. Ether 374 kind of doing its thing, fell out of its own bull flag there, came back in. Now it's ranging again in the flag. Everything is flagging though and doing well above its previous resistance points, which is really good for ETH. Look at ETH bottoming out pattern. On the weekly though, you can see we have a cross coming for ETH too. It's kind of worrying me, man. All these coins have a cross in the weekly. I bought at port 57. Yeah, so if ETH is 374 and they're trying to give you 1.7. So 220 a coin they're trying to get you at. Interesting. I mean, I guess that's cheap right now. Thank you for the likes. Seeing the 6 likes going on. I really appreciate that, guys. Amazing. So Bitcoin getting rejected. Bottom of this trend line on the weekly. See it move up and down and then break out of this. Just, wow, we're getting a cross on that weekly. Gotta keep pointing that out. With the circulation that low, I guess that's how it's justified. Yeah, no one talking about that Bitcoin cross on the weekly. On the daily, we're looking great, though. About to have a nice move up. Last time we had a move up and a cross like that on the daily, we went from 91 all the way to 11 to a possibly 2,000 point. Let's just see us get probably back to the top of this trend line and then get rejected again by 12,000. Like, will we make it past 12,000? You know, it's just insane. So it's just insane, man. Private jets are being sold for Bitcoin to fire up sales. A Gulfstream private jet owned by the likes of Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk can be yours for only 3,859 Bitcoin. Aircraft sales from Evertrade now accepts Bitcoin as payment for multi-dollar aircraft. Hilarious, right? Now, I did short BNB. It did work out. It was scary, though. At one point, I got really close. Had to lower my stop loss. But then, thank God, the price pumped to 32, but then crashed all the way back down in this area here, which pumped this coin back up to like 318, 320, which was amazing. And yeah, I was able to get out a couple, like $380 gain. So it was pretty nice, the move on the BNB down. But it was a scary ride, and I don't suggest it. Yeah. But now we look like, now I feel like BNB down is in a good spot again, because then it dumped but look how oversold it is. I think this is the trade of the day yet again. Because come on now, BNB coin, it's gonna have to have a pullback, right? Like, so here it is now. So it enjoyed that Bitcoin pump. Oh yes, it did. And then look, 32 down to 31.95. Now it's settling back out at a new high though. I remember this coin at $40 back in the bull run. So it's been up there before. This ain't the first time. This ain't its first rodeo. That's hidden. This is bearish divergence though. When you have a price to this, to that, this is bearish divergence. It did start to play out, but usually it plays out more than that. That tells me it might be also a good time to run the short on the BNB down. That looks like my trade of the day. Again, BNB down at 255. Look at it. It has a MACD cross coming in the pink. Extremely oversold now. Almost a double bottom on the RSI right here. Very bullish. I mean, if that's... Only thing I don't like is the moving average is not aligned 100%, right? The 1 hour even has a cross coming, which is pretty bullish. And it was already oversold and making its way out on the RSI. Bit of a double bottom there as well. And if we look at BNB, if Bitcoin gets rejected, this is bearish divergence, even on the 1 hour. See? What is bearish divergence? It's when you have price high, the swing high goes up, but the swing high goes down on the RSI. Usually tells you that, you know, like something like you see it here. Here it played out amazing. Price is swinging up, but the RSI is going down, and look what happened. Boom. Boom. Usually it follows a pretty bad drop. I think it started because I needed the money. Then it was because I loved it. Then there was times where I needed the money. And now it's like I love it and need the money. But yeah, I just truly love it. Obviously, it's a passion of mine. Right? You can clearly see I love it to death. All right. So no, I never took BTC down. It was BNB down. Let's look at FET. Well, I just want to go through. See, damn, all the coins look great. Like sand. On the 4 hour. Look at that. Bought the cross. It's been beat down a little bit. It's now on this channel. Breaking back up out of the channel. It was a nice scalp this morning, basically. I like Sol here at $3.32. I love it, actually. Sol is maybe possibly the trade of the day. Only because it doesn't have a huge green candle yet. See that? It did earlier, but not yet. Now it's got rejected. Double bottom and a cross on the MACD there. And little bits of pink. Hopefully that the green will take the majority of the move. Just something to look at. If we take the poll. I would have sworn I did this already too, but maybe it's different windows. If I do it in different windows, it doesn't save it. 30% gains out of Sol. I like Sol a lot. Sol, SOL on Tether, on Binance. I haven't covered DOT. We'll get into DOT. Trading is life. It is. Let's look at FET. FET's a lover of mine. I've traded FET many times, and like out of the 5 times, the 4 times, it's paid me very well. So I like FET for that one reason. Look at the price action curving just like the MACD. Like, that's weird. I don't see these patterns a lot. I've never seen like a backwards J, I would call it. A J hook or something. But it's holding this line on the 706. Like, clearly looks like... And I've seen this decouple from Bitcoin completely. You know what? This may be the trade of the day. Nice shotgun range grab by Sewell. I mean, look at the J, guys. Like, if you don't think that's odd, like, this is odd. It's there. It's here. It's here. I haven't seen that on this channel. I've never seen it. I've never talked about it. The backwards J pattern. It's here, though. We can put a little I dot here for it. Look at that J. That's weird. Double bottom down here on the RSI was a very nice accumulation zone on the 706. You see, I pulled this Fibonacci, respecting the 706 in this pocket of the 706 and the 618. Could get rejected by the 618. Beginning to move. Let's look at it on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, huge rejection though. Already at 8-1. Candle turning green again, almost turning into a doji star. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know. I can't see. That's the thing. Every time I look at something for confirmation on the 1 hour, it's getting a little wacky. Like, huge, look at these huge rejections. Even on the 15-minute, we're getting wicked down pretty hard. You know, old brother Bitcoin is doing its thing. On the 4 hour, it looks amazing though. And this rounded bottom J is just interesting. It's in the pink with the blue line. I mean, all these are in the system. The system that I created, they're all in there. But obviously, the system I created works when Bitcoin is not flipping and flopping and groping. Let's take some look at Market Cipher. See if we get a green dot on the daily. We do have a green dot here on the daily. Very good entry. Tells you usually it's a great place to enter. If we entered last time on a green dot right here, it would have been an amazing play for Bitcoin. That's very interesting. It is bullish. We're breaking out of that bottom pattern, you know. And I've been bullish on Bitcoin. I did say just a while back. You go to my channel, which is insane. But when Bitcoin had its dump and everyone was claiming we were going to 8,800, I said, where is it? Right here. BSTA, most crucial signs, emergency Bitcoin. Why just a week ago? Emergency Bitcoin stream. Why I just put 10K in alts and why Bitcoin will hold. Okay, and I was just saying that we were in this really large pattern for Bitcoin, and in my opinion, it looked like we were going to hold right here. See, I basically said, like, you know what, this region, I wasn't sure if it was like 10-100, 10-200, but in that region, I felt was going to hold, right? So now we're sitting 11 days later. 11 days later, and so far I've been right? But I am saying, I do keep saying on the weekly that it doesn't look healthy. On the weekly, that was the time to buy right here. Right here, see? That right in the MACD, see the pink. The pink when the blue line curved. It even happens right there. 4,000. I mean, yeah. It's insane. And there's the hidden bullish divergence that's marked by this green line here for you. So basically what Market Cipher does is it just finds things that we already find using our own simpler ossifiers and it basically locks them in for you. We also see we have the red turning into big money line. So you basically want to buy in the red and sell in the green is the crypto face. That's his idea. He created this indicator. It's called Market Cipher. And I actually found a guy who mimicked the scripts and got it for free. So I didn't pay. He sells it for $1,000. I never paid for it. Just, you know. So I was able to mimic these scripts, and it's pretty spot on. It shows you manipulation. It shows you the end of a trend move. Like, see, these triangles represent when a trend is about to take place, like a trend change. See, look, it was going up, and it said, and the trend changed. These blood diamonds tell you that it's time to sell. See, right here we had a blood diamond. Red X says time to sell as well. So blood diamond, red X, get out, and price went down. So it has these little cool indicators that teach you things. You know, little green dots tell you it's time to buy. Look, the price went up. Here's a green dot. Oh, that's not a part of his system. Here's a green dot. Price started going up. And he even says that he found ways to find manipulation, which is a yellow X. And when he sees manipulation, you have to get out. Like, it's like, get out, you know. Interesting. Caution symbol. So there's all these little indicators here that he's using. And also the band. This, like, the EMA ribbon that they call it, which Bitcoin likes to stay above it during a bull run. When it breaks down below, it's not the best idea either. So we are below the EMA ribbon. So there's just a lot more going on with Market Cipher. But on the daily, he also has green, and then this down below does all your divergences hidden. You know, mainly it finds the best type of divergence and shows it to you. And it also uses this VWAP, which is a wave indicator. You can get yourself this blue thing. And then he uses a money line, which shows you the money flow, which is green and blue and red here. And then even this white histogram, and then even has the RSI inside of all that. And so there's just so much going on. And then on top we have a stochastic RSI as well inside in the middle. And it also works better with Hikanashi candles. But see, that's why I don't bring you guys that deep, in my opinion. But I do use this for Confluence, because if this is telling me something that I've already found, then I find this amazing. So this is, if you guys want this, I can provide it for you. Let me know. I also do love CryptoFace. So if you want to pay the $1,000, it's $1,000 for a year. But it's an amazing indicator. He'll teach you how to use it. I can also do a whole thing on it. I'll probably do a video on it on my channel, just talking about it. But he also has sued people, and he's gotten pretty pissed about it. And I like him a lot, so I don't want to piss him off as well. So that's why I don't talk about it a lot, because I have the free version, which, you know, and you have to copy a script. Basically, you go down here and you look at the script in the Pine editor, text notes. There's a whole world down here that I didn't realize. But inside the Pine editor, and there's all these scripts, strategy testers. There's a crypto screener where we can find oscillators. Like, we can look for RSI, right? I believe. Oh, this is all the coins, but we can look for, you know, oversold. This is their oscillator ratings, but we can change them. And we can look for things and look for trades. It's pretty cool. There's a lot going on in TradingView. It's really worth being a part of the TradingView community. I always post my link here. I think it's in the description, but I also post it right here if you want to grab it up. Get in there. But yeah, let's get back out of here. But yeah, again, I advise learning this system now. You know, RSI, MACD, price action, support and resistance, all your patterns, because it's only going to help you in the long run. You know, like even Bitcoin, you know, you can just break it down so simply. Like, it was in a falling wedge after it boomed up to 20,000. And you could have drawn a fib on it and said that it had a 70% retrace, because you can see. I'm just trying to be simple about that entire run up, right? Like, we can be simple about that, and we can be simple about the next one. Yeah, it had an 88% retrace, accumulation, and then it began to come, like, Textbook trading, right? It was all right there for people to see. Yeah, so that was I'll do another video on Market Cypher, very interesting. You could do a challenge series where you start with, let's say, 100 and trade your way up to 1 Bitcoin for the end of the year and share it to 100 people in Telegram, for example. Be kind of cool. We start with $100, right? So like, what would we buy right now for $100? We could start it right now. Let's start it, guys. The $100 challenge. Let's see though, what would we buy for $100 today? You would want to buy something that dumped, you know, like TCT in the red. Right, starting with a round bottom though. So it's like, yeah, it's dumped, but so you buy it on a red day down 12%. Interesting. This is pretty dumb city too. DMG governance. I told him that it could go it could get worse. It's exactly what I said. Yes, Theo, I don't know if I love that trade. ARPA fell out. Just keeps getting worse for it, but it, you know what, it's like the one that's gonna have to turn around. If I had $100, honestly, man, it's just such a shady time to trade. I have to be honest. Shady, unless you're scalping shorts for leverage. I really feel like that's the only, shorts or longs for leverage. I feel like that's the only tactic right now, because it's like you don't want to be in too long. The traders that are in too long are getting hurt right now. If I had $100, I'll put it in IOST right now. We have the Bart Simpson pattern here on the RSI. We also have a bit of hidden bullish divergence from here to there. Sloping down but sloping up. We're in the first pink bar, which is really where you want to be. Any after that, I mean, it's kind of, you're getting late into the move. I like IOST. I'd put $100 into IOST right now and see, let it rip. Definitely possible. But I just don't want to risk my capital, man. Like, I trade every dollar like it's my last. Like, it's my last. And you can see even the signals again. Whenever I see these signals as USDT for USDC, see these signals here? And they want USDT for USDC and BUSD. And someone still wants to buy BNB up. But yeah, they're saying, but whenever I see those, it sketches me out a little bit. Sketches me out. Tells me that, you know what? A bunch of people are going from stablecoin to stablecoin. Why are they doing that? Whatever. But whenever I've seen that, it means the market's in a weird place. So we just need to see now. Bitcoin was about to rip. It wasn't. Now, if Bitcoin doesn't hold 10,500, we have problems. If it does, we're bullish. So that's what every trader knows, and that's what we're all waiting on. Print is going parabolic, isn't it? Yeah, look, 5 minutes ago, 15 minutes ago, 36 minutes ago, 55 minutes ago. But is the gas, how's the gas right now? So if you guys want to check, you go to gas station. You go to ETH gas station. And this will tell you, it should be, if it's above 300, it's a hot day. Like 170 is all right. So that means you're going to pay a lot of money for these coins today. So like, these people are overpaying for print really fast on Uniswap. Man, it's 1.6 now. Remember we were at 1.7, so now it's not the same. But let's, what if we were to just like, print should still be there, right? Like if I never took it out, yeah. Yeah, 1.6, so it's still, to me it hasn't gone up. You said it went parabolic, but look, it was 1.7, per ETH. Now it's 1.6. It says the price has actually gone down, right? Because you get less. Oh, actually gone up. It's gone up. You're right. You're getting less print per ETH. Yeah, right. So the price has gone up by 0.1 ETH. Yeah, you're right. Which is about $30, $37. If it goes to 1.5, soon it will be one. When this goes 1 to 1, right? 1 print per ETH. That's when you know. Yeah, DOT has definitely been playing games, and it looks like it could decouple. So it's a good thing to look at. Check out DOT. DOT at 539, starting to boom. So I wanted to get back in. I sold at 527. Now I'm FOMOing. I'm like, damn you. Damn you, DOT. No, I'm not FOMO. I'm happy. I made a good trade. It's kind of sitting, like if DOT goes to the moon, then it goes to the moon. Not trading like that. Breaking out of this bull flag. Okay? On the 4 hour. But again, it's one of the few coins that on the 4 hour doesn't have the curve up. It's ready to curve down. Interesting, right? So is it doing this? I think it's kind of in a rising wedge then, right? I mean, it is. Just doing something like this right now. Which is, if it breaks out, that's parabolic, but it has a 68% chance of a break to the downside. And we have a MACD not in our favor at the moment, right? Could come back down here. This trend line at 468, which would be an amazing time to get it, because look, we have previous resistance, and that would form new support. 468. Yeah, I've been holding DOT for a few weeks, waiting on that $6, man. It's been annoying. I've held it on and off for the last 10 days, and I wasn't trading it at all, and it's been annoying to trade. I'll be honest. Like watching paint dry some days. No, it needs to get back. Bitcoin ruined it. It was doing right here. It was gonna rip. If Bitcoin kept ripping, or just even staying pretty flat and healthy, up in that 12,000 region, then DOT was going to go all the way to $9 literally in the next couple days. Like, look, it was, if we erase everything from here down, DOT was on its way. Everything was on its way. Now everything's kind of trying to build back up. What you want to see is it basically kind of create the same pattern here at one point. Like, we want to see it here, and then we can be like, oh, it's in a bullish way. Like, it has to kind of like, it's like you're sick. Like, you were really healthy, you got sick, you got to get healthy again. And then boom. Hopefully by that time Bitcoin doesn't get rejected. But remember that weekly on Bitcoin, crypto curve, what's going on? Cross will bounce, blew off the red. Oh, you think it will? You think the blue will just curve and boom, it'll bounce away? It's possible. Yeah, that Bitcoin dump murdered the run. It did. Crypto curve, what are you saying though? The cross will bounce, the blue off the red. It could happen. I don't like betting that. That's not my trading style. I just like going over and over again with the curve in the pink, curve in the pink. It tends to like almost work out. Like, let's look. If we go back to the 1 hour with my trading style, okay, we would have been looking at DOT, like right here somewhere, and I would have said we only buy the bottom of the trend line, number one. I would say here's a double bottom, possible double bottom right around here, which is like where I like to be on that second double bottom. We'd see a little pink and the blue line curving about there. Would have came up, bull flagged up. Maybe at that point you see the blue line crossing, get out of the trade. And then you wait here, we'd be in the pink with a blue line crossing, would have got in, not much, up to back to the top of the trend line. Here we would have bought in, and actually this is the one place where you would have gotten a little bit of a move and then you would have been faked out. Probably would have gotten stopped out, but again, that's why I always have tight stops. So here we would have made some money, here we would have had a tight stop. But below the equator is like here, this curve in the pink, we would have gotten this move from 378 all the way up to 490, and if you didn't take profits on something like that, you're a fool. So that would have been a nice play, and definitely something I would have been in, because we looked at it on the 4 hour, and then we could have looked for entry on the 1 hour. And here again, we have it crossing, and now we kind of just didn't make much of a move, right? Now we're coming back. So I don't know. I don't like to trust the idea that this will come back and bounce off of it again. I like to trust the idea that it's probably going to turn on us for a little while. But I would wait to accumulate at 468, 470 region. So, yeah. So 468, 470 region is really where I think, and also look, we came back down. There's a chance we get held up right here. This does look like it could possibly be next support area. Okay. And I could pull a Fibonacci level on it. 618 area, bounced off. We're on the 382. Good support area, really good support. Chance we do actually come up here and flag on this line. It's just there's a lot riding on Bitcoin right now. And yeah. And on the 4 hour, we're dragged out. And we're really high. We're also getting the high above the equator, which is not a place, you know, you like buying down here. See below the equator? Look, if you bought here below the equator in the pink, that's the blue line curve, you'd be getting in here at 376. And a lot of these people are taking profits now. You have to remember that. They gone in down here at 376. They rode up, made it take a profits, got back down at 411. Weren't sure. They maybe still someone's taking profits here. That's why it went down. Now it's up. So you have to remember, there's some guys who probably got in at 377, some smart money. And you know what? They're eventually going to get up to the 382, the 236. These are profit taking, right? So that's also hurting you, and you have to remember that. And also, we're in a tighter market with a lot more scrutiny on coins and volume being allocated to different places, and a lot of people flying into Yearn Finance and stuff like that. So that's also making it harder for coins to fly like they did even a month or two ago. You have to remember that the locking liquidity of Yearn Finance and those extreme rewards has to do something to some of the volume here on Binance, a little bit, or at least create a little bit of slippage where we don't get pushes as much as we would like. So that's just something, you know, I'm thinking about. That has to be true. You know, it has to play a role.
Hi, Daddy.
Hello, sweetheart. I really like Grin, and I keep talking about it, and I'm going to keep talking about it. I like it here on the 4 hour.
Are you almost done?
I think it's so low at this point. Yes, almost done. I think it's so low at this point that it's a great place to accumulate Grin. If I was going to do that $100 challenge, I think the $100 in Grin would be a great idea. It's a coin no one talks about, no one cares about. It's clearly bottoming out here in this region. Comes back down again, 36. Only a matter of time till its bottoms become 38, 39, and it breaks out. Also, Da Vinci pushes it on his channel a little bit as a theory, but he's right. He's 100% right if you look at it. If you look at it on the daily, you wouldn't believe it. Right? Look at it. It's like it's done. It has a curve coming. On the daily, it looks unreal, right? So, just very oversold. We have declining volume with declining price. Doesn't look like it can get much worse for Grin, right? So, just keep all eyes on Grin. Just something to think about for accumulation. I like ICX a lot. Also has a daily cross. They all have daily crosses. So, and even if we look at Bitcoin, it has that daily cross. So that's what's really positive about what's going on right now. So once Bitcoin kind of does its thing, the next few hours we're going to watch Bitcoin and it's going to go sideways, and then I'm going to get more comfortable and begin to trade. For some reason, I don't feel comfortable trading, and that means other traders don't feel comfortable trading, and that means they're going to do what I'm doing, and that means you're not going to see a lot of price action. Everyone's going to wait for more indications in the market, and until we get those, you're not going to see market movers deciding to make market moves. So, swimming horse, what is that? What the heck is that? I do have my Bitcoin shirt on today. You know, I walked around my town earlier representing, getting some Bitcoin people, you know. Yeah, let's just do shout out coins for the next 10 minutes at me, guys, and then I'm going to probably make a run. Printy's still popping, huh? See, I want to... Yeah, you're right. Look at that. 125 per ETH, man. Damn. So it just... You could have just... It just went up by... We saw it at 0.7, right? Now it's 0.3 would be... So 4.5. 0.45 ETH. Right? So it's up 0.45 ETH in the last, like, 5 minutes. Wow, up 166 bucks, and we determined it was like $300. So yeah, it's flying. It's flying. So you get in these, and then they rip, and then you just get out of them real fast. This is just insane, right? We'll come back to it in a second. So that's how Nate Strasberg, are you in there? That's how he's making his money, guys. He threw some ETH to a wallet. He got to Uniswap. He heard about print somehow, and he got it to my channel, so we would have heard about it, just like he heard about it somehow. It gets through the... Like, you're in a grassroots, deep level crypto channel right now. So we're connected to, like, Telegram guys. People are hitting me up. Hey, here's a private sale. All these different things. Shroom. Less than 100 coins. Been blowing up before our eyes. It really is, man. Only 1,200 coins? Like, this is nuts. Watch, I'll buy it right now, and it just, like, it's so risky, man, because I get no stop loss. Every time I've done one of these, I'm be honest, I've done 4 of these, I've lost money on them. I have YFFI that hasn't been doing that well. I like how you're pushing it right now, because I have YFFI. Why is she screaming, man? Kids are crazy. See, there's my YFFI. Oh, wow. See, look. It's 3.92 YFI per ETH, man. And I bought it when it was like way, way, way more expensive. So 1.9 YFI. Yeah, you bought it when it was 0.5 ETH per print. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's awesome. So just as like a deep... I've showed you guys this, and I even have a tutorial on Uniswap. Sounds like I have 1,000 kids up there. Out of control. My kid is out. She's a little 5-year-old, but she is... I'm telling you what, man. She will dominate the space. Oh, my wife's trying to tell us, send her to her room. Go to your room. Yeah, no, it's not easy to make money and stuff like this at all, you know. All right, Twin Greenie, you asked for something that's sitting in my mind. You wanted to look at... Someone wanted to look at a coin. Let's see. YFI. Sushi. I'm in sushi as well. I'm holding a lot of sushi. That's stupid. I bought it at like $5, man. On Uniswap. See, anything I did on Uniswap... Well, the thing is about sushi is right now everyone's voting, and if the vote goes through, sushi's gonna pump, and if the vote doesn't go through, sushi's not gonna pump. So sushi is pumping, which tells me that that vote probably did go through. Breaking out of this falling wedge. Boom, huge breakout, nice volume. On its way to being oversold on the 1 hour, which is a good sign. I mean, it's pumping, right? Just want to make these a little smaller. They don't need to be so big. Yeah, so I don't know. Ren, you asked about Ren. I'm pretty sure I have Ren in there. I don't know, but yeah, it's in here somewhere. I made money off of Ren earlier this year. Okay, it's in a bit of a double bottom. I see immediately. Bottom, bottom. Okay. That tells me that it's kind of done accumulating at that level. Look, it had a double bottom kind of here and it broke out. It's slowly accumulating. Looks like it's moving up. The trend is your friend until it's not. It's in a really good trend right now. Get it booming. Look at that trend line. Continuing up. It's in that same double head pattern that we had, and I believe I've pulled this for a bunch of different coins because they all look the same. Yeah, bouncing out the 786, coming in. You're on the 618 right now. Perfect place to accumulate Ren in the golden pocket. So again, this is textbook accumulation if you would like to get into Ren at 32 cents. But again, we've seen this before, and if Bitcoin doesn't like to play, you know, here we were at the 0.5 bounce off in this area here, and it eventually didn't respect any of these fibs when it came crashing down, right? But we did have a double top, so that was a warning to you right there. If you can see, very bearish sign. If you don't heed those, you got to heed all those patterns, and they make sense. You can see it. But yeah, I see Pylon. People talking about Pylon. That's a third time Pylon has come into my mind as well. See, now I look for print and it's not coming up, which is strange because we added it. Right? Can you post the print address right here? Yeah, this is like the 5th time I've heard about Pylon. Pylon, that's on CoinGecko. Pylon Finance, right? Not the network. Damn. Oh, it's down today though. Interesting. Pylon Finance, right? I'm scared of them all, man. They're all supposed to be amazing. Shroom. He's bringing up Shroom. Like it grows your money like a mushroom. Shroom Finance, right? Down 45% today. In the last 7 days, though, it's up 91%, which is nothing for these things, right? YFV is all I hear about lately. That's like the YF value here. But look, yeah, so DeFi took a hit today. You can tell. A lot of DeFi went down. What about Yearn? Yearn Finance. That's up 7%. So everything else is down. That in 30 days is up 688%. And what about YFII? DeFi Money. What a good name. 6%. So YFII and YFII. You guys put YFII on my radar today. I think something about it that I liked. I'll take a scalp here on the 30-minute, honestly. Only because I will allow scalps today because you're not in them long term. You're hoping to make a pop and get the heck out, right? So this is a probable scalp on the 30-minute. Might take a couple hours to make 23% gains, right? I mean, we're in the pink. We have a curve. The RSI is down. This is a trade we could roll with, right? YFI beta has kick ass the last few days. I would have liked to got at the bottom of the trend line, but it's still moving. We have moving averages in a line, 21-day moving average crossing. They're all on a line. This is looking bullish on the 30-minute, right? If we look at on the 4-hour, we're still working in the pink. We have we had a cross too. Something weird going on. We have like a little bit of a battle here, right? Looks like we may get our push up though. On the 30-minute, our target is 7,400 though. Wow. So that's something that could possibly play out. Just something to look at and think about. YFA beta has been kick ass the past few days. Yeah. Again, I can't come up with the trade of the day yet, guys. You know, usually I'm throwing out trades of the day. You guys know it. It's every day. Bitcoin flagging. It's really good. We just, again, I want to see it close above 10,500 on the daily. So you want to see this candle close. This candle close here, its close was 10.3, right? This one was 10.4. This one was 10.3. This one was 10.3. This one was 10.2. This one closed at 10.1. This one closed at 10.3. This one closed, the last one to close at 10,140, and it opened at 1160. So that was on the 3rd of September. So we've been in a 10-day kind of battle here in this ranging with spikes down, never hitting that 8,800 region or filling that gap that everyone claimed had to happen. I'm not a huge believer that things have to happen. I'm a believer that you have to stay open-minded at all times and keep moving with the flow, right? We don't know exactly what will happen, right? That's how it is. Yeah. CRV, the Honda CRV. Yeah, I like that car. It's a nice car. Let me go to CoinTrader Pro. Remember, we made a live. We made a CoinTrader charts or something. It was. Oh, but it doesn't remember. Oh, it did. It even remembered my styles. Yeah. Amazing. All right, and you wanted CRV only because it's so new. CRV Curve DAO token. Is that what it is, right? For Bitcoin. Oh, so maybe it is that new. So I can't get much more than what I got. All right. Just trying to be super efficient. But okay, cool. Must have come out on Binance then, right? You can see we have a double bottom, right? So on the daily, it's strong. Telling you that we kind of bottomed out there. But we got to use like 30 minutes or something else to find out what's going on. No, not yet, honey. Okay, so we have a bottom, triple bottom. Extremely bullish on the 30-minute. Tells you that people just like to accumulate here, right? Like this is obviously accumulation. And then you can see that someone is scalping down to accumulate more on purpose, right? And you can see we have a double bottom forming here. The target of the double bottom is we pull down here and then we come up to where it should meet. Zoom up. I drew one of these recently for DREP and it happened exactly as I drew it. I can show you guys actually. Yeah, so let me just show you. I just want to, guys, let me show you an example. All right. If we go here to what ideas? I wrote trip to pop. I mean, this is a while ago. Guys, come on. Like, what are you guys doing? Well, enough. So I said basically drop the pop. It looked just like this, but look, the other one had a triple bottom. This had the double bottom. So what I did is you took this line and then you drew it to where the line would go. And you hit play. This is what you can see. And look, this is, it took a while, but it did hit the target at 29% gains. But took a while, but did hit the target. And actually, there was a little more down there too. But look, you try to buy here with that curve and in the pink area, so you would have bought around here. It would have been a little bit of a pain. So it doesn't always work perfectly, but there you go. Trade of the day could be curve, CRV, double bottom. What I don't like though is, you know, it's the moving averages, right? They're still not bullish. We have the 21-day curving up. That could get rejected by the 200. We also have the 200-day moving average. I'd like to see the price above that and hold above that. Let me tell you why. You could say, why, Sam? Why do you have to be such a downer? Well, let me just show you why moving averages matter. All right. Everything I have on the chart is there for a reason. All right. There's a lot of people that want to use 1,000 indicators, but usually all you need is a few, and you need to master those few. Okay, so here we have, what do I have in moving averages? I have the 21, the 50, the 80, the 100, and the 200. Okay. Now, when the price action begins to be bullish, you can see that the white line will curve up. So first, the price action starts to be bullish. Like, oh, I want to get out of this falling wedge. Breaks out, right? Again, pink line with the blue line curving, just like we teach. If you bought in the pink with the blue line curving down here, you would have bought right around here in this area. And that would have set you up nicely for this move. And you would have this again, you don't have to risk a lot. Your stop loss could have been small, like right around here. You would have used confluence with this line. This is how I teach it. Again, and this is why it's not about, you can buy all these other ways and you can make money all these other ways. But my system is, if you keep using my system the most, you won't have to risk as much as your stop loss. That's the point. And it's to do that over and over and over again, right? So I just want to show you guys something about the, so now the moving average, look, now we're in a nice bullish pattern. You would have bought the bottom of the trend line here in the pink as the blue line was curving right here. Again, we like to buy the bottom of patterns. This would have set you up for huge, immense gains. Now, right here, the 21-day moving average is curving up, and we see it in a line. And once the price moves up, look, the 21-day moving average crosses them all, and you can see a healthy move is when the 21-day moving average, and the price likes to come to it, kiss it, and kiss it, and kiss it. It doesn't ever like to get, once it gets really far, that's another time to short. You can see, once the price gets really far from the 21, you can say, hey, that's probably a good place to take profit. The further you're getting away from the 21, look here, look how far we got away. Do you guys understand? Here's the white line. Price booms up, gets far away from the 21-day moving average. It's way above the average. What are these lines? These are logarithmic, basically algorithms on the average area where the price should be, but per average. Like if we took all the averages of where the price went up and down in the last 21 days, then this is where the price should be. This is where it likes to be. That's what these averages are. And they're different days, the 200-day, the 21-day, right? So you see when the price gets really far away from the 21, that's when it says, I'm far away from my average. I usually am around here, but you know what? On average, I need to come back to my average. I'm not average right now. I like to be in my average place, see? So what I want to show you is on CRV, with that in mind, let's look at the 21-day moving average. Here we moved up, we crossed, we were very bullish right here. But again, things turned on us, right? We went down. This actually just had a move down recently. Came back down to the same area. It now has already boomed up, right? With that little bit of volume. Not a lot of volume as well. It seems like it's having trouble breaking through resistance at 196. And psychological resistance is $2 as well, right? We can all kind of agree on that for CRV. So look for it to come back here. And then look, it had a hard time getting through, as well as the triple bottom. It has the top area. It couldn't break it here. It couldn't break it here. It couldn't break it there. So once we get up here, I also see we're going to have a hard time breaking 213. So to me, I'd rather trade CRV once it breaks this 213 area and creates very nice support. Also at that point, I would see that the moving averages were more in line in a bullish way. We want to see this 21-day cross as well. Looking at it in smaller time frames for a bit of a flag, all I see is rejections, but I do see more volume. So that's a good sign. We could see some more volume coming in, but we are oversold on the 5-minute. We're oversold on the 15-minute. We're getting oversold on the 30-minute. We're on our way to getting oversold on the 1 hour. I'm not getting confidence that this move is going to keep pushing out from the storyline that I'm building on the hourly charts. Are you guys with me here? And I also keep seeing this resistance up here. So this is why, I can't give this like the greatest trade. I can't call this the trade of the day. It's not. We like to buy bullish patterns that are in trends, right? So like this pattern here up, I like to buy things when they're on their way up. This is, look, it's gone up, gone down, down. Who's to say it won't keep going down? Who's to say this won't keep going down? right? The trend's your friend until it's not. Right now, yeah, his baseline. It has baselined. Tells you when that looks like accumulation to me. 3 times in a row, triple bottom, very bullish. I will give that to you. But let's see it break this trend line and form new support area. Because once it does that, then I know, okay, it had support there. Now it has double support, right? And if it comes down, then at least I know here should give me another section of support. I just don't see my edge playing out in this trade the best to my abilities. So it's not a trade I'm going to take, right? Everything is in a basically still fighting to create new support area. Like here again, even Cody. I'd like to see Cody break above 6 cents and form a new line here. Yeah, I could play this 5, 7 up to 6 cents and get a little scalp area, right? Yeah, awesome. And then hope. But I'd be on pins and needles the whole time during this trade, and I'd be watching Bitcoin the whole time on this trade. And I don't like none of these trades. Look, even we have a bullish cross coming here on DOC, and DOC's my favorite coin to trade. I love DOC, but we already have rejection on DOC immediately on the 2 hour. On the 1 hour, we have a little curve up here. Interesting. Now, I'm saying money's probably going to be made today, and I'm not, and Cody beginning to keep pumping, but again, the buy was here on the 1 hour on this cross. If you wanted to get these gains, switching our we should almost switch the strategy to the 1 hour right now, only because you can see, I think that's what they're doing, right? You can see someone is just playing the 1 hour chart, boom, taking the gains, playing the 1 hour chart, taking gains, because the 4 hour chart will put us in too long, and we're not sure what Bitcoin's going to do. Luna. That's another on Bittrex, huh? You're on Bittrex? I'm gonna get back into Bittrex. Or you on the oh, it has a Binance. Man, how much arbitrage going on there. Wow, this coin has hit the ground, huh? Telling me you've been holding this coin, Joseph. You got in somewhere around here and you hoped with no stop loss. Just be honest. Is that what's going on? Maybe not. Maybe you're trying to buy the bottom and you think it's a good opportunity. So please forgive me if I'm wrong. Again, though, all the moving average is not in line anymore, right? 21 days fighting to get back up to cross. These are just trades I don't try to buy the bottom, but we do have a double bottom here. Bottom, ascending triangle on the 1 minute. It's like so you have a head and shoulders pattern right here too, which is bearish. And on the 30-minute, considering how that is not. That's bearish. Tells me you could see some more downside for this guy. Yeah, I don't like this coin at all. I don't even like talking about it. I'm sorry. I feel horrible. This coin looks like it's been beat to the ground. I never heard of it. I'm sorry. I feel horrible. But I just... It's just got, yeah, it's in free fall price act. It's in price discovery the way you don't want it to be in, like, free fall. Like, it's just, I think people just get, this is a possible forget coin. Like, people could just sell this coin to zero. Like, there's a chance, right? I mean, we got to look at it. Like, what does it do? What is it done? Who is it for? Does it have a use case? Yeah. I see what you're saying. There's a dip buy there. I mean, there's just not enough information. So new coin, we can't really see a long-term idea for it. All right, here on the 4 hour, it's in the pink with a curve. Tells me that it may be breaking out of this wedge right here. It's possible. Previous support on the RSI here had resistance. Holding this level there. Interesting. Then a bit of a wedge here as well. Huh. Just trying to build a case. 13% gains. Stop loss right here. Very small amount. Very small coin too. Yeah. That's the best I can do for you, but I don't like even. I'm sorry. I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move off this coin, man. I don't want to look at it anymore. This just keeps going down, but like, how much oversold can it be? I really want to short Binance coin for like $10,000, man. Like, and make a freaking crap ton. Like, excuse my language. Make a lot. It's just this trade just looks like it's gonna have to pop soon. Like, how much more pink can you give us? A little more red, a little more pink. It's like, I think that's the bottom for this coin, man. Look at it. RSI higher lows. BNB can't keep going up. I'm still want to stick to this as the trade of the day, man. Like, BNB can't keep going up. Look at the volume on this now. Getting really big. That's a lot of volume. Kind of weird. Not weird, but you know what I'm saying. It's like, but this is going to 33. It just keeps pumping. Like, I heard they just came out with more coins to stake now, though. Like, a new coin now to stake came out today. So that's another reason why, probably. Basic attention token banned. Honestly, you know band's going up, man. I think band's the trade of the day. Bottom of the trend line. So your stop loss can be easy peasy. Right? You don't have to risk a lot. 80 cents would give you 10%. And I could put a stop loss at 8 about like 7.95, so I don't even have to risk 10%. I could put like a couple racks on this and put like an 8% stop loss, risk like 160, and see if we can get a pump, which is probably cool because as long as Bitcoin chills, this will be the first one to go. Once Bitcoin's like, yeah, I'm done, this is just gonna say I'm out, at least up to resistance. This next point here at 31% gains on the 4 hour, up back up to $11. I like band right here. I think I'm gonna take band for 2 racks right now, just because I think it's the common sense trade of the day. You know, if we look at the 1 hour, looks like we have some more fallback. 30-minute as well. 2 hour looks great. Daily is amazing. Yeah. Let's all take band down together. Do you consider that a support on the RSI? What do you mean, like right here? Yeah, I mean, look at it. I do. Let's look at it. Hit here again. Is that what we're talking about? I mean, we double bottomed here and we're on our way up. I don't see any divergence. Price went down. Look at Bitcoin one last time. Now it's starting to pump. This is a good sign. We only have one green bar. We have more green bars coming. Which chart? We have more green bars coming. I'm gonna take band right now, man. I'm taking band down. I'm telling you guys right now. I'm taking band. That's my trade of the day. Band at 860. Again, this isn't financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research for every trade you take. But I like band right here, man. I like it. Because when band turns green, when's the last time you seen band only go up 1%? And it's only up 0.1% right now. So, in my opinion, like, when's the last time you saw band only go up maybe 2%? Like, when band goes up, it goes up 5, 6, 7% at least. Usually between 5 and 30. right? It's curving here on the blue, on the 4 hour. It's at the bottom of the trend line. Our stop loss can be below these trend lines here at this area, 789 region. We can risk less than 10%. I'm taking band right now at 861. Yeah, I see a band, but the only thing is Bitcoin gets rejected. It's just going to ruin this band trade immediately. But I think even band could be strong and hold this 826 region. It held it here, even when Bitcoin was playing games. It held it here when Bitcoin was playing games. And now it's saying, you know what, I'm done playing with Bitcoin. I'm going to hold these regions. I just feel like you get banned now. Even put in an 858, 856. The closer I can get to this trend line, 831, like that would be unreal. 846. The closer we can get to this trend line with our stop loss, the less we have to risk. So I'm zeroing in on a band move because look, first pink bar curving. It's everything in my checklist that I like. 860 band, right? They're calling it a sell. It's a bit ridiculous in my opinion, especially with that daily. The daily for band. When's the last time you saw the daily like that for band? It was right here. The band was in the pink, had a curve. It was sitting here at $4 and it ripped. Band's also sitting in the 618 0.5 Fibonacci institutional, perfect place to accumulate on the daily with a cross coming. I think this is the blonde trade of the day. Band 860. I think I should say it one more time. Band at 860. Trust the trading. What I like about it is fine. What I tell myself is I already lost $160, and I've moved on. I've already lost $160 in this trade, and I've moved on. You get it? So I've made my entry at 860. I've already lost the money that I'm willing to lose, and I'm gonna move on. And if it happens, it happens. And that trade didn't work out, we can move on, right? I'm not risking as much as normal, and I'm not gonna be in as many trades as I normally am. So that's just something. Sell means buying. Yeah, that trading view thing is horrible. Horrible. I don't know why they even use that. Some guy just, did you see some trader just recently use that and he was like, this thing is garbage, right? So I'm going to show you how I make a trade on band right now, okay? Let's see, make sure I got none. Yeah. So we're going to allocate $2,000 worth of capital. We're going to smart trade band, not sand. Band, not sand. Band, right? Sand, that might work out. What you end up just buying sand instead of band, and like, you know what, probably would work out in this crypto market. Now I'm being silly with you guys because if you're a beginner, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. Again though, be wary. USDT to BUSD, you know, be wary. They're pushing BNB up. Like, why? Because you know why? This is connected to Binance chain. Of course they want you to keep buying it. Clowns. We're also going to take a close look at Lend, all right, before we go here. So we're going to go 2,000 on band. We're going to look at our next place of resistance, which is at 11. All right, 1106, and we don't want to be greedy. 978 is another resistance area, and 99 around 10 beans, right? Looks like 978, $10. That would render us, you know, 200 bones, or it just would put us into the trade in a good spot, and then we could ride band as long as we want. We could double in, we could do whatever we like, you know. Sand band sandwich, yeah, right. Now our stop loss, we want it to be this wick down all the way to 620. We don't see that happen. That was that horrible move. So look at the 1 hour to give more localized ideas. But 787, I want to be below those lows, right? Because we have a higher low now of these areas, and this is now a higher low too as we closed. So I'd like to be at 783, right? That's a 9% stop loss. Okay. Let me zoom in really close to see what I can get. Those are wicks to 791. So let's go to 791. Okay, 8% on 2 is a 10 would be 200, right? And then so 8% is 1/5. So we're looking at a 160 possibilities. And I think it's gonna flounder, kind of play some games, and I'm gonna try to be cute, and I'm gonna try to get in at 855. All right, rendering me even less of a stop loss. Okay, I actually would like it to get back down just a touch, the moving average at 840 area, you know. But I'm gonna set a trap for 855. Man, see, look at that, bounce right back up. I may not get it. Like, it may keep ripping, and I may never get it at 855. You have to remember that. So this is when I FOMO. Sometimes I'm just like, Here's only a 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Not the best trade. We're risking 7% to gain 14%. I'd like to risk way less. That's why we would have liked to buy at the bottom of the trend line here at 822, and then our stop loss would have been here at 871. And because of that 30 difference would have brought us lower by $30, and every 20 is $50, right? So then we would every 2% is 50. Would have got us back at least a 5, and then we would have had a 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. You know, so that's the risk-reward ratio changes when you buy at the bottom of the trend line, and it changes the computation of the risk, and it changes the system, and that's why we use the system I'm using, and that's basically the plan, right? That's the move. So 859, 860 though is really a line in the sand. You can see resistance could be new support inside of this little mini. This could be a mini support and resistance flip. Resistance came back down. Even there, resistance, new support. You guys see it's a micro world, but like right here he came up, now we're coming back down. I like this 860 region. I'll keep my 855 and see if I get lucky. Okay, and we're going to create that trade. Put a limit order on the stop loss or a market. It's up to you. Limits have slipped for me in the past. Hey, what's up, Alika? Yeah, so we're basically taking a trade on band right now. We're liking it around 860 region. Seems to be flirting there. Seems to be a lot of buying and selling over here. I was trying to be cute and get in at 860. I'm going to go 860.14, and I'm going to let this trade rip, guys. We have a take profit at 978, and the reason why is because we saw that we have some resistance here in this area, and even up here. Even 951 might be the nice, and only because we want to be in and out of these, because that's just my trading style at the moment. You know, I think Bitcoin could be, it's kind of playing games. This kind of retest, and now it's doing its thing off that new support region that we found here. Yeah, 861, 860 region. I'm gonna see if we can bite. So we're gonna go into band right now for 2,000. Okay, that would be the trade that we made today. Took us a long time to feel comfortable with that trade. We had to kind of get into Bitcoin. We had to look at dominance, right? Let's get back into Bitcoin dominance. It's extremely important to make sure that this trade will go well, but it is banned. I don't think it really gives a damn about Bitcoin dominance sometimes. I'm not trying to, but you guys know what I'm saying. It's like banned. It's like, dude, like, I'm banned. Like, do you know who I am? I'm banned. Like, I don't care about anybody but myself. So Bitcoin dominance, though, does have a cross coming on the 12-hour and on the daily here. So Wow, print just made your day, dude. Print just boomed. How'd you get into print and how'd you find print? That's more important because we want to replicate this behavior. Send me that. Go back to Etherscan and find this puppy. Print right here. Look, 5 minutes. Let's see if it's getting like 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, yeah, 9 minutes. People getting into print. Here's the contract address if you guys want it. Printer finance. Found by Nate here. Nate Strasberg. Like Lee Strasberg, right? That's a famous name. Okay, yeah, look, now it's 1 ETH. It was 1.7 when he got on a second ago. So this thing has doubled in price. It is 100. It's gone up 70% because you had to pay 1.7 literally 10 minutes ago, and now you're only gonna get 1 per ETH. It's a good time to sell, though, Nate. Nate, you think you should take that profit? You know, Bitcoin is trying hard to get above 10.7. My friend told me he never tells me his source. Well, keep telling us what he tells you. How's that? And then we can have that wonderful source. But this time he said he discovered it on Twitter. Okay. I got some crazy projects to talk about if you guys want to know. Sync is looking pretty nuts, honestly. And it's actually, it's insane what it is. If I even give you guys, let me guys give you a Sync token. See if I can even find out where it is. Not Sync Fab. Like, I feel like you couldn't even find this thing again. But basically what it was it was a protocol that helped you buy and sell collateralized loans that you were already in. Basically, like, had you locked up liquidity but you didn't want to be in it anymore, you could sell locked up liquidity to somebody else. That's what it is. Insane, right? Good morning, my friend. So my friend told me, but this time he said he discovered it on Twitter. I usually don't like to FOMO into these things, but with circulation this low, it's such a new project, I couldn't resist. No, you did great, man. I'm so proud of you. You have balls of steel, though. I mean, this is going to be worth 1 ETH soon. Do you think I should take profits before I get the rug pulled? I mean, I think you should at least sell half. Sell half. Like Da Vinci says, sell half on a double, man. Sell half on a double, get your money back, and then let it ride. Right? Then if it goes down to zero, fine. It was a dream worth taking. But if it, and you have your money to put it in another project. So then think about it. If you do this, if you put it in and sell half on a double, and you do that for 5 projects, and then 4 of them go to crap, but 1 of them keeps ripping, and you get your money back, so you get to try 5 different projects. But right now, if you leave it in there and it goes down, then you get 1 project that you tried, and that's nothing. But if you take half right now, you sell half on a double, I have a sick, greedy feeling that print is the new Wi-Fi. My stupid brain thinks it might hit huge today. So what if it does? Shouldn't you put half on a double? I'm just saying. Like, you should just do the right thing every time. But whatever. If you always dream that's going to go up, you're going to get hurt. If you take your money every time, you're going to have money. So you do what you want. If every coin you buy, you hope it goes up, you're probably going to end up with nothing. But if you take money whenever you're up, you're going to have money. Pretty simple. It's like if you make a sandwich, you'll have a sandwich to eat. It's really simple, right? We want BTC to go up for our trade to work. Did we buy it? Did we get bit into this trade? We didn't even get into this trade yet. They didn't take my buy order at 860. They're being nannies at 861. They're like, no. We're not going to give you that band, boy. You're not worth our band right now. And I'm like, you know what? I am. Bitcoin dominance plugging away. Looks like it will kind of just mill around here for a while. For some reason I'm not worried. DeFi is just too strong. 10-7, baby. Strong. This is why I wanted to get off, but there's really no reason on a day like today. We're ripping. We're doing well. Just, you know what? This is more confluence that we should close above 10,500. Like, come on. No more rejections. No more of this crap. Like, we were so strong here. You could even say this is a breakout of a rising wedge. Look at this on the 1 hour, which is very bullish, right? Bitcoin likes to break out of rising wedges. Parabolic. Parabolic. Looks like an altcoin in the morning, man. I love this. Look at that. Pew! On the 1 hour, looking really nice. Oversold. We are curving up. We're going to have to start bull flagging soon. It's just how it is. If when a 1 hour gets here, it creates the bull flag or the drop, right? I can show you here. Both times it's been the drop. 1, 2, 3. So this is our third time this high oversold on the 1 hour in two weeks. We were here on the 1st. We were here on the 13th, and we're here again on the 14th now. So what do you guys think is going to happen? 1, 2, 3, right? Could ruin these USDT pairs. And that's why it is a sketchy day to trade, honestly. Like, it's like, that's why I'm only risking a very small amount and I'm taking the jump in, you know? I went over to ban trade, boy. Don't you pay attention, Theo? Were you that kid in school, the teacher? No, I'm just messing with you, man. You're one of my favorites, man, because you've been here since the beginning. All right, banned. 862. I drew this already, but I keep switching charts and stuff like that. Dude, Wi-Fi and Wi-Fi look so much alike. It's nuts. No, because they're the same thing, dude. Like, the same whales in there doing the same thing. Like, well, band has this double bottom here, bottom and bottom, right? And you see that it clearly loved this area of support. It hit it here, it hit it here, it hit it 3 times. It's an area of support. I like drawing areas because sometimes it's not just a line. It's more of like an area, a range, so to speak. Okay. Whales or owners, yeah, something's going on, man. Bitcoin will print the bill pennant on the hourly soon. I think it will. I'm with you on that, crypto curve. For sure it will. You guys are freaks, man. You guys are crypto freaks, man. I've been on since 9:30. You guys are fruitcakes. Every single one of you, man. Bunch of fruitcake, crypto fruitcakes. Just like me, man. You're out of your minds. Every single on a Monday, yo. Freaking love every single one of you guys. I'm sorry, I'm calling you fruitcakes and freaks, because that's what I am. Like, the fact that you're rocking with me for freaking 2 hours, like, it's nuts, man. It's nuts, man. You guys are awesome. But honestly, I keep trying to leave the stream, but this is what I do for a living, so this is what I would be doing. I would be sitting here judging, looking, understanding the markets, right? Finding our place in the markets, like looking for. I'm starting to turn bullish now. Because now with that 10.7 up, I'm starting to turn a little bullish. You're seeing the euphoria in my face, right? And you know my huge bags of Bitcoin are ripping right now too. So like, I'm like, word. All those hundreds of Bitcoins that I bought in 2009. No, I'm just fucking with you. Just messing with you guys. Sorry, no profanity. Keep it clean for the kids. Ball forming a bit of a bull pennant here now too. See, now this is when I start charting like a fiend, and I start seeing things. That's when I know it's like, because all we need now is Bitcoin to hit 10.7 and then range from like 10.5, 50, 10.600, and little old lady band will wake up. Look at band though. Great place to accumulate band. Oh, you asked for the target for band. Let me see the trade. 951, and I'm taking it from that area here, this first target. But honestly, like 1027, like let's look at it on the 1 hour. Let's draw it. I'm not going to the 4 hour. Why? Because I'm changing the cycle, because we're in a more of a risky feel, right? So I'm just changing the feeling of the cycle. If that makes any sense. Yeah, I might raise my stop. But again, bottom of the trend line, right? Where you really always want to be buying. We look at the 21-day moving average is curving. We would like to see it start moving up, but it's curving. We did a curve here. We had a bit of a fake out. We could come to this triangle and come back down, you know? So that's why, like, This may just be a scalp at 941, 950 area. So I just got into band. Okay, the buy order was taken at 860. Now look, 858, 859. That's why I take those nibbles. So now it's going to watch Bitcoin. If Bitcoin starts to drop, band's going to drop. Again, I'm only risking a little bit. $180 in this trade on the stop loss here. So very, very small. Almost like just to be into a trade for this moment in time, you know. It doesn't mean you're not going to make a killing. Like, you could take 4 or 5 days off of trading. You could make 3 trades, make $10,000, $20,000 in a month on 3 or 4 trades, you know. I want to make sure our next trade is unreal, like unbelievable. Let's see if anything's still pumping, though, behind our backs. Cody kind of starting to make a move and not get rejected with Bitcoin, so it already did well. YFFI, right? That's flagging. I mean, clearly a flag. We look at it on the 4 hour, it's about to pop, right? So, So what you do is you look for entry on the 1 hour, you look for 4 hour for like an idea of health, right? But this is starting to bull flag on the 1 hour, and then you could even see it starting to bull flag up here. You see a pattern in the pattern. Like, your mind just let your mind go and like start seeing what you see. The more you do this, the more you see, right? And then boom, target. Then you get both targets, right? You start getting pretty sick with it. Target of the small, target of the big. Draw your percentages. And this is how I get into trades. All this has to get done before I even enter a trade. My stop loss, my take profit are all shown to me through the charts. My risk management is done through an equation. Everything is already set for me. I am not making any of these decisions. Okay? Boom. And then I'm saying I don't want to touch it unless the 4 hour looks good. And it does. So the 1 hour looks great. We want to buy the bottom of the trend line. We didn't. Would have been nice. We see the 21-day moving average curving up. We keep talking about these moving averages. I hammer that into your head, guys. So there's a lot more going on, right? I'm looking at moving averages. I'm looking at support and resistance. And look, this was previous support. You could do it on micro scales, you know. Here we came up. We didn't like it. Here we hit it. We got rejected by that wick. Here we fell through but came back up. Now it was support. Previous resistance. Support. Came back up, broke through. Now it's support again. Not uncanny. Looks like a good place to get in, right? So now we're building a picture and a story for our trade, and we're beginning a plan. We also see the RSI and a falling wedge. And this thing, I believe, can do whatever it wants, regardless of Bitcoin. And it's flagging up pretty heavily. I think I'm going to take a nibble on this. I have to be honest. Not a lot, though. Maybe a small nibble. Let me see. I feel like I just built such a good case that even my own mind is saying, well, Sam, why wouldn't you trade this? Right? Well, let's look at YFFII. If YFII looks the same, we should trade that instead because it's smaller, right? Yeah, it looks exactly the same. It looks exactly the same. We just drew that. So we don't even really need to identical with the small bull flag. It's identical. That's what you were saying, Muser. You were just like, I don't get it, right? Like, how can they do that? How can two assets be identical? Because they're the same asset. They're just a bridge of each other. So this just has a cross already. Less information too, so it's getting more mangled, right? $15-minute. It says it wants to rock. Hope you guys are learning all the time, just watching. I don't know. You're probably better than me, some of you guys. I got some really good guys now coming into the trading group. 27% gains out of this. Yeah, crypto fruitcake, man. That's me, dude. Talking yourself out then in. Yeah, definitely short term bullish. Look at YFFI first. So yeah, here's YFII. All right, let's go back to Bitcoin. I'm thinking of making an entry in this, only because I know everyone's talking about it. So it's got that hustle to it, right? But am I FOMOing in at a time when Bitcoin now may be getting rejected at support and resistance area? You can see it is that resistance right here. Boom. Now if it can keep going, it'll break through 10,007 though. What a great day though, guys, right? We broke through, like better than the last freaking week and a half sitting around waiting to see what was going to happen. Fake out. They definitely got a lot of shorts. They got them. Oh yeah. Yeah. Shout out to everyone here today. Nate Strasberg, Joseph Malaya, XRP Muser, Theo Wrench, Jesse B, Alika, Twin Greenie, Crypto Curve. Y'all the best, man. And like for the comments and just being a part of an awesome community, I really, really appreciate it. It means the world to me. I'm gonna have to sign off at like 12:10, I think, because I have to take a break, man. My daughter's gonna want to like go for a walk and have I have to give her piano lessons. So many things. Theo Wrench. I think it's cool, man. It makes me think of a dude, like some big ass tough dude who like hit your ass with a wrench, you know. Sorry, I don't mean, yeah. Thank you, you're the boss. No, you're the boss. You're the boss. Don't do that. I'm nobody's boss, man. I don't ever want to be somebody's boss. Ever. I am but a teacher. I could be gone tomorrow. None of us are guaranteed to tomorrow. All we are guaranteed is the now. All we have is the now. Bitcoin now in this little bit of a rising wedge in the 15-minute, which is a 68% chance to break to the downside. Just, playing those odds. That is deep, right? But it's true, man. That's why, this is such a pitch, right? You come to my live stream every day because I could be dead tomorrow. Like no YouTuber would say that, right? Like, did you come to my stream today? Because you know what? It may not be here tomorrow. Get what you can today because you never know. So this just keeps going down, which is like, I'm watching this like a hawk because the second I see some life on this thing, I'm going to jump on it, man. Because all you need to get is from 240 to 250 to make a crap ton, It is facts, though. It is facts. Let's just look at the regular market. We didn't look at the markets. I didn't look at the markets even myself. See, I don't care about equities. Penn Gaming, I still call just a bit of a retest back to the trend line, but it's going to 75. Got in at 51.40. I made a public announcement on Instagram to buy that if you wanted to get in, just to prove to people you could buy stocks. With my system, it worked. The Dow up 367 points today, doing well, has a curve on the MACD on the 6 hour. Has a pink in the MACD on the daily, which is great for us. On the weekly, it has a cross coming, just like Bitcoin. It's telling us that there's some pain coming, like late October. I don't know. I keep looking. I hope it just does nothing, like does something like this. Just kind of goes sideways and gets ready for another move. But pullback is for sure. What's up for gold? 1958. I keep telling you about gold as well. I saw it in this bit of a bull flag here with the double bottom. It's now kind of in another flag moving out, similar to Bitcoin. Made a big jump today, just like Bitcoin. The dollar must have taken a hit. Look at the DXY. The dollar index. Because it was moving up and then 93.21. Huh. Looks like Bitcoin did for a while, but it didn't recover like Bitcoin did. Interesting. Yeah, still in a pretty much of a downtrend. The trend your friend tells not. That doesn't look good. Hopefully that keeps going down, and that will actually propel Bitcoin higher. That's why I was looking at that. Tesla holding well, 404. Previous support, nice place to buy Tesla right there. You can see support resistance, bounced off support right there at 333. It's got pink on the daily with a blue line curving. Tells you that you got some more room coming up. And silver, let's just check on silver. 27.18. Again, silver at the bottom of the trend line. Perfect time to accumulate. I see silver going to $33 at 24% gains. Looking great on the daily as well with a cross coming, and we're in the pink. So, yeah. Yeah, Tesla's going to do well, man. Perfect time to accumulate. I see Tesla now going from this to this will probably go very high. Back to $1,000 a share from where it is. Battery day. Everyone keeps talking about battery day, man. It's like the 5th time. I don't know what it is. I've heard about it now 5 times. You could explain battery day real quick, so all of us know. I don't read a lot of the stuff. I'm just in the charts. I found out a good focus helps me stay on point. Currently down $13 on band as it went to $8.55. I knew I should have just thrown that 8.54 buy in there. See, you FOMO in. Always set a limit order below the ask and wait for it to come to you. Why not? Why not? Unless you're in a bull market, then you just grab. Now, link is something that we also look at on the daily. Accumulation time. In an ascending triangle. Bullish. Very bullish pattern. Very close to the bottom of the trend line. All the moving averages in line. About to have a cross. Fell through the last one. Will it do it again? Here we would have bought in the pink. But look, we didn't have the curving. We had it here, but we were very high on the equator as well. Something to think about. Here we're lower on the RSI. Nice falling wedge. Right here. Interesting, right? Nulls. Getting back to this nibble, I like these trades right now because they have double bullish patterns in them, which is affirmation of bullish movement. And I feel like they could decouple from Bitcoin. And I've seen them move regardless of what Bitcoin's doing. The target they're up at 7,900, 27% gains out of YFII. Doesn't seem to be stop loss here like 5,600, which will make your stop loss. Now you're looking at a better risk reward ratio. 5-6% stop loss to gain 25%. I mean, oh yeah, he's going to announce something crazy and the price is going to skyrocket. I think so. I think for sure it will. Now YFFI is starting to make a move. I like these, man. I like these today. One hour about to roll over though. 30-minute about to pop. Interesting. Smaller moves though. But the last 30-minute move gained this cross here on the 30-minute. 5,000 all the way to 65, and that's what we're just trying to get. Trying to get that scalp. I'm going to take this trade right now on YFII. I like it. I like it as well. YFII. Stop loss below these wicks at 5624. Okay, take profit 70% at 7467. Okay, and that's it. We're going to take the ask immediately. 10183, 10180, 10180, 10181, and we're going to go in at 10181. See if we caught it. We're placed right on market with a limit order at, and I didn't do a market order. We're at 6181, 90. We should have been filled right now at that last move. Let's see if we got filled. We were not filled yet. They're not filling me. Still not filling me. We're below order price now. I should be filled. I should be filled below order price at 178. They still haven't filled me. Very strange. Can't get an order in. I'm got in. I got in. Excellent. All right. So that's the second trade I took today. And that's why. I took it on the 30-minute though for a scalp. It's very different to our style of our 4-hour moves. Okay. But I liked it at 10. And look, we're already up at 10.26. We got in at 10.17, 10.180. This thing's starting to rip. Yeah. I think we got in at a good time. But we were very selective with the trades today, though. Are you a fan of token metrics? I am. I have never used it, though, or paid for it. Everybody has shorts on Bitcoin. Goodbye, shorts. Bitcoin to the moon. Elon Musk is a robot. All right, guys. Any last requests? Literally, this is it. I'm out at 12:15. 8 minutes. Or anything you want to bring to the table, because you guys are awesome. I love you all. I think you all rock. Wow, yes. Yes. Bitcoin. Yes. D's what? You're hilarious. OXT? You like a little OXT? Orchard? US dollar? You want the US dollar? I'll look at Lend. User, you should be as good as me by now. I love OXT, man. I guys, I out of nowhere was just sitting there looking at it one day. I was like, yeah, I'll put 250 in it because it's the cheapest thing on Coinbase. And then I was sleeping in a tent and I woke up one morning and I saw it at $1. I was like, I was able to just grab my phone, connect it to Wi-Fi, get some service, and I got out at 79 cents. And I made 380%. I took that money and I threw it into like into sushi and some other tokens. So if those end up flying off the chain and doing well one day, it'll all be awesome because I'll be like, wow, look at that, you know? Yo, man. I feel like you helped me. You like, yo, did you see? I woke up in the morning. You texted me like, yo, you see that, bro? I was like, what the hell? I mean, that was just a lucky thing, right? I wish I put whatever. It was 250. I wish I put way more, right? All right. So here's the USD version of Orchard. I don't like that it has all these. Let's see if I can see a better. The tether will give you kind of the same idea. USDT tether on. Oh, but they don't have a Coinbase Pro. There it is. Coinbase. Here's what we want. Okay, cool. I didn't like seeing those gaps. Okay, so Orchard has basically been pumped by Barstool Sports. All right, so Orchard came into the game and it pumped really hard. Okay, it came all the way up to 99 cents. That was that day, actually. That was the pump, right? Yes, August 16th. There's the pump. So Orchard was like an unknown coin no one really talked about. It was on nobody's radar. Okay? And then Had an initial pump to about 77 cents when it first came out. People were like, cool, we like this. Then it got sold off. No one talked about it. And it bottomed here at 12 cents. Okay. Then it came up here, had a new bottom a couple months later. So that was in March of 2020. Just when everything else bottomed pretty much. And then it bottomed again here in July at 14 cents. And then it kind of started to kind of have a little bit of a come up. Went all the way to 21 cents one day from 14. Looked pretty good. I got in at like 19 cents, 18 cents one day. I just saw it. And I held it for months. Like, I didn't even think about it. And then boom, here's that huge run up in August. Created by David Portnoy. He definitely caused it. For sure. Dave Portnoy of Barstool Sports. And you can see we're in this giant bit of a triangle here. And we are kind of wedging in there and getting tight. And now we also in another bit of a triangle right here. I will do lend for you. I was just messing with you, user. Okay, we take the width of the base. We bring this here. Boom. Okay, so temporary target. If it breaks out, 25% gains to 43 cents. It has to break this trend line, right? And we can actually make it more localized. We could say it kind of did break the trend line, but went flat here. Yeah. Yeah, it broke the trend line. This one it had here, but went flat lined. On the 4 hour though, it's pink and has a curl up. Yeah, looking strong. Actually, might be a nice time to accumulate OXT. I think this is its new bottom. But you know what? Look, here it is, the previous support area. So that's, I was trying to find out why we were stopping there. So we looked left and we could see we came up here and 32, 34 area has previous resistance. And we have nothing else in this neighborhood. If we fall through there, we go all the way back down to 26 cents. Okay, so this is pretty much a line in the sand again for this as well, even after that collapse. And if I pull a fib on it, it's in that like 80. It's 80%. Like, it's almost like not worth pulling a fib, but we'll do it. Do they use these? You just gotta find out what they kind of found their happy place. Yeah, right in here. It's in that 886, 786 region. It's on the 706. No, a little below. 70% retrace, which is pretty much as far as it goes. Either the project's going to die or people like it. So, yeah, I mean, not my trade of the day. Don't really want to waste time highlighting it too much here. Definitely not the coin of the day at all either, but, yeah. I am in K10. I don't know. So here's Orchard though. I think I had my way with it. Like, once I have 400% on a coin, like, I just really don't need to touch it anymore. Like, I just kind of done with it. Like, it sounds pompous and rude, right? But that's just me. That's how I feel about it. So BAN just took a hit. I'm down $30. So far, no go, right? My entry wasn't perfect. Doesn't always, it's never perfect, right? You got to be willing to understand that as well. That's another reason why should have waited to come to the bottom of the trend line, like 825, 829. That's what I really like. But we'll see. We'll see if we hold this support area. I mean, it was a good buy on the 4 hour in the pink with the curve really actually coming in. It's really, look, there's no other better time, right? If you're gonna make a trade, like, this is it for BAN. And then lend. Let's just look at lend one more time. Wanted to get back to lend, right? I still feel like we have that head and shoulders pattern that I don't like to see, but we are above now. You could also say we hit support, resistance. Now we're above it. Are we going to hold the support region? So 69 is actually kind of a line in the sand. It's weird, but we are in a very line in the sand area for local support on the 4 hour, because look, we hit it. Now we're there again. We break through, and we're back in this range, and it's more than likely we come down to 64. Now we are in a bull flag, and we're kind of breaking out of that top resistance area with a curve right here. I mean, if that holds, that's basically an entry for Len, because you could kind of put a stop loss right here at 63 and only risk 10%. Okay, because you could hold that this support holds. You could hold maybe the 21-day moving average holds. You do see these curving up too, which is very good. 21-day moving average holding the price action. Something to think about. And on the cross, you have this beautiful look on the daily. If we don't maximize profits on this daily, guys, because we've all been watching it, and I've been talking about it for days, so that's something we definitely want to see. Yeah, Bitcoin rejected. Let's see BTC right now, 674, right? Yep. But this is good. Look at it on the 1 hour. We want to see a flag action, and we do. This is pretty good. We don't like the rising flag though. I would have liked to have seen, more of like a flat flag. Because now if it comes back down, we could see something like this though. We would like it to make this the flag. Kind of do this. If it ranges between 10.584 and 10.685, we're going to be in really good shape. So, yep. Yeah, that's why my trades aren't big risks. I can only lose $300 today at the most. And we're trying to make more than that if it goes our way, right? We're in YFI and band. Right now, weren't, Bitcoin playing games. I also think it's just time to just sit on the sidelines, Like if I'm not trading aggressively, then it's really not time to trade in a way. You could see, and what's sad is we have all what makes you want to FOMO is my system. We have all the checklist for my system, except for Bitcoin now. So you have to add Bitcoin to the checklist. You see what I'm saying? And then you have to also understand like why you're down in the trade and be like, okay, this is making sense to me, right? So far everything's right. BLC, Blue Zell seems to be bottoming at 12. Seems like that's its new space. It doesn't really want to go below that area, 11.5, 12 cents. It really is forming higher highs here too. So new trends are forming. I need like a couple more days to see the reaction of all these coins. Now, if Bitcoin gets rejected, BNB gets rejected. See that 3333? Shorten that down. So you get 3 times leverage on that. So whatever this is, you get 3 times it. So that would have been a nice 6% gain. But like, I'm not a 6% scalper. It's kind of not what we do here. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. And remember, crypto is life. It really is. If you want to join the crypto lifers and you're not like one of the lifers yet, if you want to become a lifer, check it out. Come to my channel. Hit the videos. Click any video you like. And down here, join the Telegram group. It is right here, Crypto Lifer Trading. We have an awesome group full of awesome people. There's charts being posted. There's friendships being made. Bitcoin needs to stay strong. Look, a lot of coins, like it's an awesome community of people. Like Moon Boys doing stuff. We have a lot of people in here just bringing in a lot of cool ideas. So, and I'm a part of a lot of other Telegram groups that are giving me ideas, and I'm copy pasting and giving good stuff. So everyone, let's have a wonderful day. Hopefully tomorrow will be even better. Stay strong, stay happy. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance one last time before I go. On the 4 hour, it says that it's had its time and it's going to roll over for us. So that's going to be a good thing for now. On the daily, the daily says it's kind of philandering as well. Not a lot of strength on these histograms. So there you go. No worries, guys. Twin Greenie, I love you all. Good luck. Be safe. You too. Thanks everyone in the stream, and have a wonderful day.